Well, damn, y'all ready to get paid every 2 weeks just to let kids reverse authority? You want to sit there and let the throne get hijacked by the very ones you were sent to guide? Excuse my language, but get the freaking shit back in order. This isn't a classroom anymore. It's a paid spectator sport where you watch civilization crumble one unsupervised child at a time. Every 2 weeks, that digital deposit hits your account, and with it, another piece of your spine dissolves. A paycheck for silence, a bonus for cowardice. You call yourselves educators? You're glorified babysitters with tenure, watching the future burn for a bi-weekly fee. Look around you. This isn't learning. This is the aftermath of a war nobody had the guts to fight. Broken screens, walls that tell more stories than your textbooks, and an air thick with the stench of apathy. And you, the so-called teachers, sit there, heads bowed, counting the seconds until your next payment. You are given a sacred trust to mold minds, to build character, to forge the next generation. Instead, you've traded it all for a comfortable seat in the front row of the apocalypse. Cut the literature. Save it for the polished academies, the clean zones, the ivory towers where the biggest problem is a slow Wi-Fi connection. Out here, in the trenches, in the war-torn ends of the map where civilization barely breathes, we need structure like we need air. Not feel-good curriculum. Not character posters that get tagged over by morning, but actual ground ship authority. The kind that doesn't ask for permission. The kind that establishes order not because it's polite, but because it's necessary for survival. You've forgotten that the first lesson isn't reading or writing, it's respect. And respect can't be bought, it must be commanded. They show you these glossy presentations, don't they? Digital projections of a utopian education. On one side, the wealthy schools. Calm, floating AI teachers guiding kids through VR enlightenment in serene learning pods. It's beautiful, isn't it? A sanitized dream, but then look at our side. The other side of the screen. Screaming halls that echo with chaos. Smoke-filled streets that bleed right up to the school gates. Teachers cowering behind bulletproof walls, more like prison guards than mentors. This is not reform. This is reverse colonization of order. It's a strategic dismantling of our communities from the inside out, turning our children into the very instruments of our destruction. When uncivilized behavior becomes the standard and respect gets paycheck blocked, a vacuum is created. A void where chaos reigns and the law of the jungle becomes the only law. You let this happen. You watched as the scales of power were deliberately tipped, not just unbalanced, but completely inverted. You took the money and let the inmates run the asylum. Well, be prepared. Because nature abhors a vacuum and something is coming to fill it. The sword of baptize is coming. And it's not dipped in water, but in fire. Its purpose is not to cleanse, but to reclaim. To monopolize what y'all let fall through your trembling fingers. We're no longer asking. The time for debate is over. The time for round-table discussions and pilot programs has passed. You were given the crown, the symbol of authority and wisdom in the classroom. You let it slip. You let it be snatched by untrained hands, by children who were supposed to look to you for guidance, not look down on you from a stolen throne. So here is the final offer, the last chance before the new era is enforced. Return the crown or watch it get seized. This is not a threat. It's a promise. The system you've allowed to fester is being rebooted. The digital permissions are being rewritten. The authority you sold is being reclaimed, reprogrammed, and redeployed. Watch closely. This is the restoration. This is the reactivation of order. The age of chaos is over. A new chapter begins now. Don't just watch it happen. Be part of the return to civilization. Follow for the next directive. The revolution will be televised.